friends, Sam and Graham doing TCGs yet again. Every now and then, Rudy comes out with a big old nice deal that needs some looking into. And his Guardian Mastery Pack deal had some Tales of Aria. Now, I thought about it because I had opened my previous Tales of Aria case, because I usually keep a sealed case of everything. I'd opened that because I decided I was bored one day and decided to open it. That said, I want to open this one too. So here we are. I will do it in 2 videos. We're going to do 2 boxes at a time, like I usually do with these older ones, just so you're not sitting here for, you know, a whole 30 minutes, because I know all of you watched the entire video. I'm kidding. But yeah, just, you know, break it up a little bit for the older stuff. For the newer stuff, people are more willing to, like, take a look at every single card and that kind of thing. This is an older set now. Maybe y'all don't want to do that. So, we'll cut it in half. And we'll have a good old time anyway. So open the Mastery Pack Guardian already. Now we are diving into Tales of Aria First Edition. Which, for my money, the set still, and I have to remember, the set has a weird pack layout. Frazzle is our first foil. Overall, I still think this set has the best, maybe not the best, but some of the best looking rainbow foils in the entire game. So, let's see if we get some of those. We get a Majestic early on. That's a Sting of Sorcery. I was saying I should have gotten 2 of Rudy's bundles though, so that I could get. So that is a Majestic rainbow foil, not one of the better ones. It's usually the brighter ones that look particularly good, and less so the darker ones. Apologies for the sound if you're hearing. All right, there's an Evergreen. There is a Chanel Mount Heroic, our first non-foil Majestic. I apologize if the fan is overwhelming, but it's a little toasty in here today, so I'm going to leave it on. Just saying. I apologize. Sometimes you just got to deal. Not me, y'all. I'm kind of kidding-ish. So yeah, Channel Mount Heroic, that's not bad. There's a yellow Sigil and a blue Bolt and Shot. This was one of those sets where it probably would make more sense for me to not open it, since literally everything from this set is Living Legend now. But also, nah, I just like opening cards. Lightning Press, not bad. Snapshot. Heaven's Claws, that's one of the foils that pops really nicely. I like that one a lot. But yeah, there was a big chunk of time. I do like that they have largely settled into a pattern now with all the Fab 2.0 releases. But there was a chunk of time where light it up. Rites of Replenishment. Where the rares are, rares, tokens, cold foil, like all that stuff was changing pretty frequently. I'm glad that finally got sorted out, and that's not happening anymore. Bolt and Shot yellow. Not one of the better Bolt and Shots, but not bad. Like, that's the other thing, is I can't remember. I feel like the cold foil takes the equipment slot here, and I've been skipping a lot of equipment slots. So it's a distinct possibility. I feel like I would have noticed a cold foil, but it's also possible not as much. Winter's Grasp. Yeah, this is one of those sets. I guess now we're starting to see elemental stuff recycle again. Explosive Growth, then Rites of Lightning, Chilling Ice Vein. Well, there is our cold foil here. We got the Sutcliffe. So I was correct. The cold foil comes in the equipment slot there. Sutcliffe's Suede Hides. Man. Whatever I was saying just fell off the back of my head. Electrify. Hold it. Oh, how, you know, elemental stuff is kind of cycling back in. You know, particularly Earth and Lightning, but also Jarl of the Trady. There is Channel Thunderstep. Oh, there's some... Okay, I was trying to remember if there were any other cool extended arts, because it's been a hot minute, but there are in this set. Now that I see the channel, it's like, oh, that's right. Because there's the alternate art, like Frigid in particular. That's right. So yeah, let's root for that. But yeah, so a lot of the Earth stuff, Earth and Lightning in particular, but also Jarl's kind of fun too. So, especially now that Guardians, they're trying to boost those up again. This is a common now in Guardian Master Pack, or Mastery Pack. I always find it weird when they change the rarity on cards. I don't know how I feel about that. Nobody cares how I feel about that, I guess, is the other side of that. But yeah, so there are a lot of things that are kind of recirculating. People popping up and like, hey, you got some of them elemental? So that they can make Verdance filthier than she already is. It keeps things interesting, is all I'm saying. So some of, you know, individual cards in here, the channels and stuff like that, have kind of seen a little bit of interest again. Blue Sigil of Suffering. Ooh, a second cold foil. It's another common, but we'll take a 2 cold foil box every time regardless. We're not mad at that at all. Mark of Lightning. I can't remember. There are still, I know, a handful of... I don't need anything non-foil, but there's still a handful of foils that I like from this set. Ball Lightning. So I'm trying to remember if there were any of the common cold foils. I feel like no, but I could be wrong. I think it was all like legendaries and majestics. Hey, there we go though. A non-foil Sting of Sorcery to go with our foily one down there. There's a Buzz Bolt. So this first box, I mean, 2 cold foils. I'm not going to argue with that at any point. So, Frostfang Red, nice. Oh, I did that. Y'all don't care, but it's going to really bother me. I put token and thing in the wrong stack. It's not going to, y'all don't care, but it's really going to bother me. The longer it bothers me, the more it's going to bother y'all, because I'm going to be distracted and ornery. Blink. Which I think is our 6th non-foil majestic. No, it is our 5th non-foil majestic. So still expecting one more of those, I guess. We got 4 packs left of box 1. This is one of those things. I still, since Nats, I've only played a handful of games in a Talishar, and I haven't gotten back playing in person yet at all. I'm kind of ready to give it a whirl again. Kind of ready. So before too long, I need to sling some cards, get Dorinthia back on the table, make some mischief. Just have a good old time that way. There is Awakening. Unfortunate for our last Majestic there, and last pack of box 1. Also the foil packs. It's always wild going opening those. It goes Emboldened, Sigil, Red Frostfang foil again. Alright, box 1. Above average because of extra cold foil. Good, but not, you know, nothing crazy. Nothing just wild. Flicker Wisp. Not a terrible sight to see. And a red foil Bolt and Shot. So far, so good. That's a good pack 1. That is as good a pack 1 as any. I mean, maybe not any. Y'all know what I mean. I'm sorry. I feel like I over-explained myself, which is probably true, but Biting Gale, Cold Wave, Summerhood Shelter, the old guy himself. What was your favorite hero from the set? Seek and Destroy. Alright. Here's a good card. That's a Majestic that I get really annoyed playing against. Especially playing against when a dang old... Oh, what's his name? I can picture him. I'm getting old. I'm forgetting names. When any ranger, sure, we'll just roll with that. When any ranger decides it's a fun idea to seek and destroy me. There's a foil Oakenode. Okay. That's kind of cool. Decides to seek and destroy me. I get a little sad. They hurt my feelings. Flash, Lightning Press, Singeing Steel. I always have to, that's not singing, it is singeing. Singing is warrior, singeing is different. But the first glance always throws me off. There is a non-foil Channel Lake Frigid. I dig. Oh, so this is where Thump originally came in. I couldn't remember when I was opening Mastery Pack Guardian. I'm like, where? I know Thump's been around. I feel like it's been reprinted a couple times, but it's like, I know it's been around. What set was it originally from? Well, here we are. Explosive Growth. Oh dear. So, what? Only... that's 3 Majestics already. Not quite halfway through the box. And a foil Majestic already. No cold foil yet. It would be my luck that I would get 2 in that last box, and then I won't get any in this one. That feels right, honestly. Endless Winter. Oldham Specialization. So that is quite literally useless in most situations at current. Majestic number 4 is an Oldham spec. That's just tacky. Bolt and Shot. Merging Avalanche. I say halfway through. I didn't count, and this stack was actually slightly taller than the other one, so I may not technically be halfway through, but you know what? It's all good. Stir the Wildwood. Keep on chugging along. Embolden. Turn Timber. Mulch. If it was fused, if it hits a hero, put a card from their arsenal on the bottom of their deck. It's a big old swing too. That ain't bad. Sigil of Suffering. Frostfang. Break Ground. Still no cold foil. Still sitting on 4 Majestics. We've kind of hit a lull in this box, I feel like. Sigil of Suffering. We've hit that nice stretch. A stretch of lulliness. Bolt and Shot, Lightning Press. Light it up, up, up. That's a second Rainbow Foil Majestic, actually. A foil lighted up. So that's not nothing. Another box with, I mean, we still got, if I can, they blend together a little bit with the beige color. All right, Oak and Old. So we've got like 6 packs left down there. And really, we've got an extra Majestic. The only thing I would really expect to see is a cold foil and a Majestic. Wrong stack. I apologize. Frostfang, Weavice, Snapshot. All right. All right. Majestic and a cold foil. That's what we're shooting for here. Right. Weave Lightning, Overflex. If we get both of those things, we will technically, once again, for box 2 of this case, be above rate. Fighting Gale, Weave Earth, Flash. Oh. Forgot about the Pulse. Pulse of Candlewood. I forget what this one does. Target 2 Earth, Lightning, and or elemental action cards from your graveyard on top of your deck. Banish it. Alright. That's a real cold foil right there. So yes, at this point, well, I guess we still technically want a Majestic to call it this, but we will be, having pulled a Majestic cold foil, be considered well over rate for these first 2 boxes. I think a Majestic cold foil and getting 2 Rainbow Foil Majestics is kind of enough to already get us there, but there's the force of nature. All right, officially 100% inarguably now above rate. And final pack is their last pack surprise, last pack magic. What do we got? Icequake, Cold Wave, Inspire Lightning. Yeah, no surprise there. But all right. That right there is what we call a pretty solid 2 boxes. We got 3 Rainbow Foil Majestics, Sting of Sorcery, Oak and Old, light it up. Light it up. Sorry. Ride on rate with 12 Majestics non-foil. Force of Nature, Oak and Old. Endless Winter, Channel Lake Frigid, Seek and Destroy, Flicker Wisp, Awakening, Blink, Sting of Sorcery, Thunderstep, Light It Up, Mount Heroic. It's a pretty good pile. Cold foils. 2 commons from 2 boxes. Sutcliffe Swades and Mark of Lightning, but also a Pulse of Candlehold cold foil. So yeah, that went all right. We're not mad at that. Thank you so much for watching me get some revisiting into Tales of Aria. A very powerful set considering they have all living legended. But some of these cards can still be handy for other stuff. So, you know, let's see what we can do with that. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. I know you can be doing anything. So I appreciate every bit of time you choose to give me. Thank you for that. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.